Imagine qualifying for a major international tournament. You train your entire life, entire season. You represent your club, you represent your country, and then suddenly you are told that you can't enter the country where the match is being played. Not because of injury, not because you lost the game, but because you can't get a visa. And that's exactly what happened to players from Mount Pleasant FA in Jamaica. Several of their players were denied visa to the United States, meaning they could not travel for their match against LA Galaxy in the CONCACAF Champion Cup. Now, this might seem like a small football story, but when you really think about it, it raises much bigger question about the future of global football. Because the United States is about to host the biggest tournament on earth, the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And if Caribbean club players are struggling to enter the country now, what happens when 48 national teams from around the world need visas? Here's what happened. Mount Pleasant FA, one of Jamaica's top football clubs, qualified for the CONCACAF Champions Cup, the region elite club competition. So basically the Champions League of CONCACAF of that side of the world. They were scheduled to play MLS giants LA Galaxy in the United States, but there's one problem. Several of Jamaican players could not secure a US visa in time for the match. Think about that. A professional football team qualified for international tournament, yet some of their players cannot physically enter the country where the match is being hosted. Imagine showing up for a boxing match, but half the fighters are locked outside the arena. Now, some people will say, well, that's just immigration rules. And yes, every country has the right to control who enters, but football operates differently. International sports depend on free movement of athletes. When you qualify for a competition, you are expected to be able to participate without political or bureaucratic barriers. And that's why organizations like FIFA and CONCACAF usually demand special travel arrangement for teams. Because without that, sports stop being about competition and start being more politics and paperwork. And this issue hits the Caribbean harder than most regions. Many Caribbean athletes regularly face visa restriction when traveling to the United States or Europe. Even when they are professional players representing clubs, participating in official competition, they can still face lengthy visa processing or outright denial. That means Caribbean teams sometimes have to travel with incomplete squads, delay matches, or play at a disadvantage. Imagine qualifying for a major tournament, but your best striker can't play because of immigration issues. Now let's zoom out because this is where the story gets serious. The next World Cup, the 2026 FIFA World Cup, will be hosted by United States, Canada, and Mexico. And for the first time in history, the tournament will feature 48 teams instead of 32. That means thousands of players, staff, journalists, and fans entering North America, countries from Africa, Asia, South America, the Caribbean, the Middle East. You can imagine Iran, and Iran is qualified for the World Cup as well. Imagine the issue that Iran will face. But some of these nations already face visa restrictions, requirements when entering the United States. So the question becomes, if players from Jamaica struggle to get visa for a regional club competition, what happens when the entire national team from around the world arrive for the World Cup? And this would be a big potential World Cup problem. Imagine scenarios like this. A team qualified for the World Cup, but three of their players or even their coach or one of their coaching staff are denied entry to the United States. What happens then? Does the team play without them? Does FIFA move the match to Canada or Mexico? Or does the tournament face a diplomatic crisis. Because remember, the World Cup isn't just sport. It's a global politics on a football pitch. Historically, FIFA has tried to prevent politics from interfering with football. But the truth is, politics always find a way into the game. Visa restriction, sanctions, diplomatic tension, all of these things can affect you who actually get to play, basically. And as football becomes more global, these problems becomes more complicated. So for the World Cup to run smoothly, FIFA may need to negotiate special visa guarantees with host governments, essentially saying if a player qualifies to play in the World Cup, they must be allowed to enter the host country. Because imagine the embarrassment if a country qualifies for the World Cup, but half the squad is stuck at the airport. I'm waiting to see what the issue with Iran gonna be, because they are playing in the World Cup. Will they drop out? What will happen? Don't know. This story about Mount Pleasant FA might seem small, but it reveals a deeper issue in global sport. Who actually get access to the world stage? Because talent exists everywhere, but mobility does not. Some athletes can travel freely, others face walls, paperwork, and restrictions. And until that changes, global competition will never truly be on a level playing field. So the next time you hear about visa problems affecting a football team, don't dismiss it as a small administrative issue. Because if players can't enter the country, the game itself can't happen. And with the 2026 FIFA World Cup approaching, this may be a warning sign for something much bigger. The question is simple, though. Will the world be able to come together for football, or will borders get in the way? Bless. And don't get me wrong, I understand that the risk of people running off and all that. And I understand that you have to protect your borders. And I understand each country have their right to do that, reject and who can come in the country. But come on, this is football. And this shouldn't be in football. Football is just the most beautiful game. And politics shouldn't be in it. But I'm waiting to see what will happen with Iran, with this war, what will happen for them, with them in the World Cup. Can't wait to see. But let me hear your thoughts, if you have any thoughts. Like the video if you like the video. Comment, share if you wanna. God bless.